Welcome. In this video I'm going to be taking a look at this Prostormer 148-piece hand tool set. So this was provided to me by the distributor, but they're not compensating me for this video and they're not reviewing it before I post it. If you find this video helpful and you want to purchase one of these, I'll put a link to it in the description on Amazon. And if you use that link, it helps me out a little bit and doesn't cost you anything extra. Let me get the plastic off here. So let's get this open. So a piece of foam in there to protect the tools. On a kit like this, I usually like to keep the packing material in it until it falls apart or gets lost or something. So here we have a variety of tools. We have some sockets, hammers, wrenches, pliers. So I'll go through all of them. Starting on the left here, we have a 10-foot tape measure. That is imperial and metric. We have sockets from 5/32 to 1/2 inch, and those are 1/4 inch drive. We have 5/16 to 3/4 inch 3/8 drive, and those are all 6-point. We have 10 millimeter to 21 3/8 inch drive. We have 4 to 13 and 1/4 inch drive, and it is skipping some of the sizes. We have 10, 12, 14, 17, 19, 20. So this isn't an all-inclusive set. This is designed to cover the most common stuff. Needless to say, they could have added more sockets in and made a bigger kit, but then you'd have to carry around a larger kit. So you have to weigh what's most important to you. Then we have E12, E10, and E8. They're these kind of reverse Torx kind of sockets. And we have a 1/4 inch drive adapter here. So it comes with a 3/8 inch ratchet. So I'll get to that in a second. We have an adjustable plier. So it feels very nice. It has this rubber grip on it. It operates nicely. So I tend to use these a lot for things like plumbing. Here's the ratchet. So it has a sort of offset head on it. We have a switch to go between forward, reverse. So let me throw a socket on here. Listen to it. So this isn't going to be the highest tooth count on a ratchet, but it sounds like it has a pretty good count in it for what it is. Here we have a hammer. So I would consider this kind of a finish hammer. So you're not going to like frame a house with this, but this would be very ideal for doing things like hanging pictures and such. Here's a screwdriver handle. So you can put 1/4 inch drive bits in there. And here we have a socket extension. So this is a pretty common size. I use this size quite a bit. Then down here we have a little kit. And it has some nuts and bolts in it. It has some wall anchors, screws, a couple nails. So if you don't need these types of things, you could swap these out for something else. Like you could take the wall anchors out and put some automotive fuses in here if you're going to carry this in your car. So that's the bottom. Let's switch to the top. So here we have hex keys. Looks like 1/16 to 1/4 inch. And then we have 1.5 millimeter to 6 millimeter. We have precision screwdrivers up here. And I will hold the camera down a little closer to this. So these have a kind of pivoting head on them. We have a pair of needle nose pliers. There. So those line up at the tips nicely. They also have a side cutter on them. Then in the upper right we have bits for the screwdriver. Let me pull those out. So we have an adapter for the sockets. So that turns it into like a nut driver. We have Torx, slotted or straight, Phillips, more straight, Phillips, posit drive, Torx. It's like another 1/4 inch adapter. Some more straight, Phillips, Torx, and some square drive. So this has a variety of bits here. It doesn't have super rare stuff. It doesn't have like security Torx and such, but this will cover a lot of things. Here we have a 1/4 inch drive extension. So it has a little bit of knurling on here. So one thing you can do is put your socket on there and you can use this as your screwdriver, especially if you want to like quickly put something on. A lot of times you'll use something like that. And then you could put the ratchet on here or the handle if you need a little more torque. Next we have a utility knife, and this is one with the breakaway blades. So I can push this up. So as these dull, you can break them off and get a fresh blade. I actually like to use these sometimes for cutting foam. So I'll put it out of the way and I'll cut through foam with these. And then we have some actual combination wrenches. So we have 10, 12, 13, 14, 15, 17, 19. So let's pull one out. So these are polished. It says 19 millimeter there. So those look very nice. So if you had this in your car and you had trouble with your battery, you'd likely pop out this 10 millimeter and you can loosen your battery terminals. Cars also have a lot of 12 millimeter. So we have one of those too. So now I'll move a little closer. So here you can see the sockets have the labels imprinted on the case. Here. And we have the size engraved on the side, so that's really easy to read. I like that. So the crescent wrench does have a little kind of ruler on the side. Here are the hex keys. So if you're working on a bicycle or something, those would come in handy. The precision screwdrivers. If you had the screws come out of your glasses, you could use those to fix it. The pliers and the wrenches, the knife and the bits. So if you want to use a 1/4 inch drive, you can use the handle here with the adapter here. Get that out. So you put that in there, there's a magnet, We do that, and that's that nut driver configuration, so you can use that. And that's probably what I would use quite a bit. But if you need more torque, you'll go here to the 1/4" drive adapter, and that will go on your ratchet. So that has a ball detent in there and on this adapter, so it keeps it on there. So to pull it off, you have to press the button, and then we can put the socket on here. Now, one thing I've experienced with these types of adapters, you have to be careful about breaking them. So you have this big ratchet here, you can get a lot of force on this. So you want to be careful about breaking this, because that can be a weak point. Now there's a little bit of crossover here, like there's a 12 in both sizes, and you'd probably want to use the larger socket if it's in both sizes. But bolts in a lot of these smaller sizes shouldn't be so tight that it would break this. And then we can also put that extension on there with the socket too, like so. So when you're done using this, I like to throw that foam back on there, close the lid, and we're good to go. So I like to use these types of toolkits in my car. So I'll head up to my car and I'll show some different applications of where you could use this. Okay, so I'm out at my car now, and I actually found a flat spot to put this. Now you would want to be careful if this kind of fell, it could drop tools all over your engine bay. You wouldn't want that. But here we have the battery. If I needed to remove this terminal here, I could go over here, get my 10mm, I could pop that on there and loosen that up and fix that. So another thing, we have a battery hold down here. Now I'm going to walk through an example here of how we might want to remove this fastener. So this is a 13mm, and if we look here, we have a couple options. Here's a 13mm 1/4" drive. So that fits on there. But if you remember what I said, when you use that adapter, those can break if you have too much torque on them, and this might be too tight. So we could maybe try the 1/2". And that does fit, and that's a 3/8" drive. Another option would be to use the 13mm wrench. We could put that on there and loosen it up, but that's probably a little slow. So once we get that loose, then we can set this up to loosen that. And then of course we can use it to tighten it back down. And I'll do my final tightening with the wrench. And I just realized this thing is loose here. Of course that's a smaller size. So I'll loosen this up, tighten this here, I'll tighten the top one up. And this is actually what you call a jam nut, so I need to put a wrench down below here, and then I'll use another one on top. So I'll hold this one still while I'll tighten the top. So I need both hands to do this, so I'll do that real quick. So that's tight now. So another thing we might need to do is remove a hose clamp. So I think the best tool, or the only tool we have, are these needle nose pliers. I like to use slip joint pliers, but if this is all you have, that's what you can try and use. So I would come on here like so, squeeze that, and I could move it. Now these have some pretty aggressive teeth on them, so I feel like that would work. I'm not going to loosen that up now because I don't want this to potentially leak later. Here's another one here where you could use the needle nose. Of course, it also comes with screwdriver tips, so if we had something like this screw was loose, we could easily tighten that up. So those are just a few examples of how you could use this. If I went over every way you could use this video would never end. But now that I'm done using this, throw my foam back in, close it up, and now I can throw it in the back of my car, and it's ready to go for next time. So that's the Prostormer 148-piece tool set. I like the variety of tools they put in here. Now there are some larger tool sets that might have all of the socket sizes, no skips, and it might have multiple pliers and things like that. And those are great, but sometimes you may not need all that stuff. So if you're looking for a smaller toolkit that has a lot of stuff in it still, I think this is a great option. So a toolkit like this would be great to put in the back of the car. It's not going to take up a lot of room, but if you ever have an emergency, you're covered. So this would be great for a car, RV. It'd be great for an apartment. Maybe you're working at an office, and it would be handy to have some tools around, like if you have a new desk come in and you want some tools to assemble it or something. This is a great toolkit for something like that. These tools feel nice for the price point they're at. These are obviously not going to compete with the high-end tool truck tools, but like even the chrome finish on these wrenches seems very nice for a wrench that's in a tool set like this. So that's all I'm going to cover in this video. If you have any questions, please leave them in the comments. If you like this video, please click like. If you haven't subscribed to my channel, I'd appreciate if you could do that. And thanks for watching. Until next time, goodbye.